Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today is September 11th of 2023. It's Monday. It's 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But let's take a moment of silence for the 9/11/2001 attack on U.S. soil, where 3,000 people were killed, 6,000 injured, and remember all the police, the fire department, all the other rescuers that rescued their lives saving people and others from the trapped buildings and stuff. So let's take a little moment here. Thank you. Today we're going to do lavender. I got a lavender that I have to have repotted. They like a pH of 6.7 to 7.3 in well-draining soil. I use my own mix of 4 parts cactus mix, 1 part worm castings, or 5 parts perlite, but you can just use cactus mix and perlite if you want, or just plain cactus mix. It's all going to work because it's a nice well-draining soil. Now here's our lavender. So what I'm going to do is take my scissors and let's just pull off these yellow leaves so we can see what's going on. There we go. Just pull them off. All the yellow ones. For now, so we can see where our branches are, and you can see how wet it is because it's raining outside. It's been raining all day. And no, I didn't bring in my succulents or my cactus. They stay out in the rain, and they make it through the rain. They're tough little ones. So I think this camera angle will be good because then you can see what I'm doing and I'm not in your way. So right now I'm going to take this bottom off, right there, and then just strip off the dead leaves and stuff. And then I'm just going to pull it, so I get a little cutting there. I'm going to pull these dead leaves off, and get a little cutting into my water there. And we got to just pull off these dead leaves. Just be ruthless and pull them off because of all the rain and the stuff, and then with the drying and the heat and everything. So it's been going through a tough time. Now people were saying that lavender doesn't bud back. I don't know. I haven't tried it, but we're going to try it on this one. We're going to cut it back because right now it's too tall for me. And we'll see what goes on. So we're just going to take all this stuff off. All these dead branches and stuff. Now, I don't have a new microphone yet, but hopefully I speak in loud enough so you can hear me. So let's take all this off. And this plant, I took it out. I thought I could rinse the soil off, but I can't because it's got fierce roots. So we got to really work on them today. So what I'm going to do, let's take my needle nose ironwood tools, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. And I think we got 3 branches here, so we don't want an eye poker branch. If I have it this way as a windswept look, then it won't be bad. But I'm going to take this lower branch off and this lower one off so we can see more of the trunk. I better close my drawer so that doesn't fall inside. Just strip off them dead ones, throw it in water. So now we're just going to look at what we can do to it. I mean, there's a lot of dead stuff on here. Just pull it off, Dead, drying, long leaves. We want to see the new leaves coming up and out. So I take these long, scraggly leaves off. Just pull them off the best you can. Get them out of there. Now, one thing about working with lavender, it's got a nice smell. It smells up the room when you pull the leaves. So just pull off all the dead ones. All these dead ones on the bottom, just do the best you can with your fingers. Just pull, just rip them off. I get some nice airflow in here. So we got a water chute here. So we're going to cut that one off. We got another water chute here. I'm going to cut that one off. What I mean by water chutes is they grow in between the branch and they just shoot straight up. So we can take this off and maybe we can make some cuttings out of these. I don't know. But we'll throw it in our little fish food container with water in it. Okay. Now we have to look. Yeah, this branch is no good. Maybe. Because we want to expose more of the trunk. Because we can have it this way. Like this is not that good. The back here is not really good. Or maybe we can and just cut this one off. But I think this one has more appeal to it. So I'll take my needle nose and cut as close as I can. And then I'm just going to cut this junky part off and just rip it and stick it in the water. Rip and stick. Let's take these big old leaves off. Like the best you can. There we go. Just like that. And then we're going to cut this back to here. So we get more of a, I don't think this will root, but we'll just leave it for now. So let's see how our tree is looking. And we'll just use our fingers and scrape it off. Now this one's got a water chute coming up. I don't want that, so we can probably save this one and let it branch out. Now we can take this one, cut it, throw it in our little container. Maybe we can get some cuttings out of it. I don't know. We'll try it. Just keep taking the dead stuff off. Okay. Now up here you can see new growth that's real yellowish. So I'm going to take it back to here where I got a nice little piece of foliage growing. I'm going to take this one back to here with two shoots growing there. Because then it'll bush out more. I want it to bush out more. This one I'll take back to here because you can see two growth points there. So I'm just going to take it and cut it. Now, this one here, we got two growth points. So we're going to cut it back to here. That's a thicker branch, so at a 45, so the water slants off and drains off fast. And we got two new growth points there. We're going to cut that. Two growth points over here that are coming up. And we got two growth points over here. So we're going to cut that to about here. We want it to get bushy. I got the start of two growth points there, so I'm just going to cut it about here. And then the rest, maybe later on I can get a toothbrush and brush this off. I don't have no toothbrushes here. Just to get it, so just use your fingers. Just like that. Pull it off. And some of these will grow, some of them won't, but I think I got enough good cuttings to start. So let's take this out of our way, and I'll show you the roots, the fierce, fierce roots. Now we got some cherry chi will like this because there's some moss on there. So I'm going to see if I can take it off because I have a hard time with moss because I don't keep them wet enough. But if this grows on here, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Throw it on the pot there. Just pull it off the best we can. But I don't think it's going to get anywhere. So what I'm going to do is go into the top, and we're just going to rake. I got to find where the the base of the trunk is on this cutting. I'm not doing any underwater root raking on this one because this one's got a fierce root system. And I think we can get it out. You can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think the camera angle's better, Mr. Elephant. You gotta go this way so the people can see and I can get my root rake in there. And just work on these fierce roots. Oof. These are real fierce roots. Real fierce. I mean, they're real fierce. There we go. Just like that. Let's pull it out. Pull it out. Best we can. Just like that. There we go. Just like that. Sometimes it takes a fierce root raking, but can't get it all out because I'd have to do this outside and really get the water into it to get it all pushed out. Well, we got somewhat of a radial root base there. And that one's climbing up, so I got to get my root pruning scissors out. And I think we're just going to cut across here to give us a nice flat root base. I think we got most of it pretty good. If this was spring, I could have done more to it, but we took a lot off. And I'm just going to jab into her and see if I can get more out. And we'll see if it grows. We'll see if it grows. This is getting fall. The 23rd of this month is fall. So we'll see what happens. I got one paper towel. Wipe some of the junk off. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? Tommy, always forgetting paper towels. I got a couple old paper towels, so there you go. There. Now, I put my screen in the bottom. This is just yarn mesh that you can get at Hobby Lobbies. This one's a little more because it was a different vendor because it was pink, so it's 99 cents. The rest of these are number 7 mesh, which is about 85 cents now with the other different colors. Okay, so let's put this here, open my bucket, and I'll show you my the way the cactus mix looks with the perlite and the worm castings. Put that in. It's real dry, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the surface tension out, get my spray bottle, and wet it, because this way here, the roots will know there's moisture at the bottom. And let's see if I can wet the roots real good. These are all fine feeder roots. There we go. But fall should be a good time for this to grow. And let's see how it'll look. Now I think these two side roots are going to be like a candelabra, but we'll take them off. On second thought, these two branches don't look right. So I'm just going to cut them all the way to the edge here. We'll have like a start of a twin trunk. So this should fit in real nice like this to flatten it out in, about that deep, just like that. So let me wipe my hand so I can get my Mikos and throw it all over the roots. Mr. Mikos, let's come over here. You're going to say, Tom, how come you didn't do this in sphagnum moss like the other ones? Because a lot of people don't have access to sphagnum moss, so I'm giving them alternatives on what to use. So I'm going to take a nice heaping spoonful, and then I'm just going to put it all around the roots. This will help the roots get started. It's not a fertilizer, it's just beneficial bacteria. And I'm going to just put it all into here. Put that in there. And, because I got a little of a gap in there, put that down. Let's see, what can we use? There we go. And what can be our front? I think this can be our front, but we got to cut this branch off because it's got two good starters there. And that'll help us to get a nice little bushy lavender plant. So I'll stick that inside there. Got the roots just like that. Let's close up our bag so we don't get any moisture in there. Just close it up real good. You can say, Tom, you can put lipstick on them cuts? No, because they're smaller than a pencil. And they should heal up real good. So I'm going to put my Mikos over here. Get the Mikos out of the way. Now let's get the rest of our soil mix in there so you can hear what I'm talking, because without the mic, I don't know. There we go. Just like that. Let's get it in there. We'll break up this clump. It's our mix, so I can remix it. And then we're going to take our bamboo skewer and just fire it into that root system. Fire it in. Get any air pockets out. You say, Tom, that's a big pot for this little one. That's all right. I want the roots to grow. I want them to fan out. I don't want them to be in a cluster like that. Well, this is a nice little mix that you can make yourself. There we go. Just like that. Let's get a little more. I think we can put a little more over here. A little more in the corner. Get it in. Get Mr. Spray Bottle. Take the surface tension out because this was real dry soil. Really dry. So that'll help get it in there. Okay, Mr. Elephant, do your job. Mr. Elephant likes doing bonsai. There we go. Got it in. Now it's below the lip of the pot. Let me get this, our napkin, and we'll just wipe it off a little bit. Look halfway decent. I got a lot of old pots outside. I gotta start bringing them in, rinsing them off. There we go. Now, I got a nice little rock here. We can put this back here like a little cave in the background, or we can put it over here. Just put it like a little gully there. We'll get our 50% sand mix and 50% peat moss mix. Now let's just put it around here, dress it up. This is going to go back outside now because it's raining. And this is the best time to plant now. You're going to say, Tom, you usually plant at night or early in the morning. Yeah, but it's been raining all day. Cloudy and raining. I'm just going to stick that in. Just like that. There we go. A little wash, a little spray. All you gotta do is make it simple. You don't have to make it fancy. And we got Mr. Spray Bottle. There we go. Let it in real good. Let's see if Mr. Elephant can wet it in real good. There we go. As long as you take the surface tension out, it'll come down real good. Wipe the top of it off again. And I'll make a label for it. Now it's not the Munstead lavender, it's a different one. I forgot what the name of it was. I have to look. I thought I knew where it was at, but I didn't have it. And then we can have our two little mud men sitting under the tree. Sitting down and relaxing. Let's see, what do I got? Oh, I got some of them. Yeah, I just got a couple of gravel, put it around them. Just like that. I gotta buy more gravel. And just sprinkle it in. We're sitting around, having a pipe and discussing different theories about bonsai. Something like that. But give it a shot. Don't worry about it. And let me get a little more sand here because we got a little spot here that's not right. And we're good. And there you go. Our little tree. Something different. Something to give it a try. And lavender, I got this one at Ted's Nursery, so it's not expensive. I forgot what it was. About $5. So give it a shot. Something different. Smells good. Will it back bud? Will it grow from them 2 growth points? I don't see why not. And they are. You can see they do back bud on the back on this one. You can see right there. So, today's Monday night, comedy night. George Burns, Gracie Allen, the Bickersons, Duffy's Tavern. Whatever your pleasure is, and a cup of tea, sit back and relax. And it's a nice rainy day for me to sit back and relax and enjoy some videos that I got to catch up on also. So you take care, everybody, and have a good day. And remember, take 5 minutes to remember 9/11. So take care, everybody. Have a good one.